Don't know if you know this too. I'd rather be right here with you. Nothing else matters right now. It's just you and me, boy.
Dear passengers, train services on the Northeast Line will start later at 8 a.m. on Sunday from 30th June to 21st July 2024. This is to facilitate the increased testing of systems. Please approach our station.
you're here with me. Blue sky, just breathe. Starry night, yeah, I know you're free. 'Cause when I gave you breath, yeah, I made you with a smile. And when I made your heart beat, I gave you hope for miles. You got what you need, yeah, I put it right inside you. It's inside of you. But when it all comes crashing down, and all the lies you hear get loud.
Do you recall when we were young, running from our things at once, without thinking twice? And I knew we would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind.
对对。
나의 맘에 조금씩 자리 잡은 널 느낄 때면 괜히 잠을 설치고 괜한 이유로 내게 연락해 매번 같은 실수를 반복해 이런 마음이 익숙지 않아 끝없이 생각에 빠져 허우적거릴 뿐이야 Why don't you make me smile Why don't you tell me your heart is